John Burke here for the martial art world. I'm here with Scott Rhodes, stuntman extraordinaire, a stunt coordinator. Scott, tell us a little bit about putting a fight scene together and how you do that kind of routine.
The trick to doing it and doing it well is that there has to be drama to it. There has to be a story, just like a good dance is choreographed on Broadway, theater, ballet. It's the choreography of conflict. It's not just a bunch of random moves thrown together, because then that looks sloppy, it looks disjointed and whatever. But if you have a good fighter, good stunt people, good filmmakers and technicians, you can put together a pretty good looking fight.
Now, you've told me, of course, you've worked on a number of projects, including some of the soap operas that are filmed here in New York, and films and feature films and so on. If someone asked you to put together a fight scene in 5 minutes, can you do something like that?
Yeah, ideally what you'd like to do is have as much time as you could, so that way you could storyboard, choreograph a good fight, get your people together, work them as much as possible, but sometimes you're thrown into a situation where you only have like maybe 5 minutes, a half hour to throw a good fight together, and a good stunt coordinator has to be on his toes and be able to match whatever the director's demands are.
Okay, in the fight scene that we're looking at that you put together for us, give us a few of the ingredients in that.
Well, basically, we're not going for a high tech or high gloss edge. It's rough, it's dirty, it's in the sand. It was literally put together about 10 minutes before we taped it, just to exhibit that point that was just made. And we put a little bit of martial arts, a little bit of good old fisticuffs, just mix up the action so it's an even blend. And just to make it interesting and enjoyable. Maybe do a move or two that people haven't seen before.
Now, I know we have a couple of clips, but tell me a little bit about Run Like Hell. Do we have something from Run Like Hell?
Yeah, we have a couple of fight clips from the beginning of Run Like Hell, which is a low-budget feature that myself and a few people put together. We're trying to make low-budget action features on the East Coast, sort of like they're doing with Jeff Wincott and Cynthia Rothrock on the West Coast. You know, high action, low budget.
Tell us a little bit about what you like to do in a fight scene. Of course, we saw you laying there in the sand.
I like to get beat up, and I like to play in the sand. That's a lot of fun. I always like getting beat up by guys bigger than me. It just makes me, I don't know, it's just...
Glenn is also a director. He just did a film called Metamorphosis, The Alien Factor, which is on video shelves.
On videotape. In your video store, so rent it. Fantastic film.
Okay, TJ, Glenn.
Hi. Well, I like doing it all. I like weapons are my specialty with swords, but Scott and I beat up on each other a lot in a lot of films, and basically I like playing in the sandbox too. I think that's what it's all about.
And Andy.
Scott and I met doing a fight at the Metropolitan Opera, although neither one of us were allowed to sing. But I like to fight with swords, ride motorcycles, and get beat up on sand. It's a lot softer than concrete.
Batman in the Great Adventure, Batman Stunt Spectacular. This is Batman himself.
Oh, he's
Batman?
That's right, that's right.
Identity reveal, I always thought you were rubber suited. Sure.
You go on.
Hey, guys.
Don't push me, man. Don't care. I don't care. You're not this one.